If you are Canadian and you are financially struggling and yet you still work a full-time job, part-time job, and still try and keep your head above water, stop scrolling and listen to this. 2 years ago, I was working full-time as a full-time teacher, 40 hours a week. And on top of that, I also had a second part-time job as a healthcare worker. And I was literally working 80 and 90 hours a week between both of my jobs. And I was so burnt out and so tired from constantly living paycheck to paycheck, putting only $20 in my gas tank, having my card declined at grocery stores because it was just so hard to live in this economy. For reference, I live in Ontario, Canada. So if you live in Canada, then you know the prices of everything have gone up in price, but literally our wages have not. So like most people right now, I started looking for a way to make an extra income for my family because we are a 4-people family and literally we had 4 incomes coming in. My husband worked 2 jobs and I worked 2 jobs, and yet it still wasn't enough. I felt like we completely failed at life and that we were never able to get ahead. We were in massive amounts of debt from student loans and credit cards, and we had debt collectors calling us. We were falling behind on rent, and it just felt like we could never financially breathe. So I started doing research and I started looking up ways to make legitimate income from my phone. I didn't want MLM. I didn't want network marketing. And I've tried a lot of other things like Canva templates, Etsy, drop shipping, Amazon FBA. Nothing ever worked out for me and never really made me any money. Maybe a couple, $100, but nothing significant. So I was very skeptical to do anything online again. But I kept seeing regular people who are literally working full-time jobs, who were regular moms staying home with their kids. They were making thousands of dollars a day from their phone, and I had no idea how they were doing it. But I was so curious because I was so sick and tired of being burnt out all the time. I came across this side hustle in 2023 and I've been doing it for the last 2 years and I have made over 7 figures. I've made over $1.1 million doing this from my phone, and I'm still a regular person. I live in an average home. I have paid off all of my debt. I've been able to leave my 9-to-5 job and I've been able to change my financial situation and get myself ahead finally. But I've learned a skill that's now going to pay me for the rest of my life and that I'm able to do from my phone in the nits and grits of my day around my kids' schedule. My kids are young and they need their mom around, and I was never around when I was working the amount of hours that I was working with my 2 jobs. So I learned a skill one time. Literally, I work with brands, I promote products and services for them, and in return, they're going to pay me for it. I get a commission for reviewing or promoting that product and getting people to purchase them. I don't bother my family. I don't bother my friends. Everything is organic. Everything is very natural. Okay. You learn skills and you learn how to advertise properly. And literally, I average 5 figures a month from my phone now. I used to take home $33,000 a month from both of my jobs, and I literally made that this weekend from my phone. No more missing moments with my kids on weekends. No more missing, extracurriculars, the concerts, because I am able to work from my phone when I want. If you are sick and tired of struggling and you stayed to the end of this video of me ranting and talking about this, you literally need to get into this in 2026 because it is going to financially change your situation if you let it and you take a chance on yourself. If you want more information on anything I just said, you want to learn more about it, all you need to do is make sure you guys give me a follow so I can message you, and make sure you comment me in the comments and I can send you all the steps.